can make this time with yourself with no distractions, or you can put distractions in order to distract yourself from finding yourself. So I really want you to look deep into this single season, especially if you're a person who's always been in a relationship. So I actually had my biggest glow up in my whole life in the moment when I became single, because taking care of your physical body can be very underrated, especially when you have a lot on your plate, when you need to take care of your relationship, when you need to take care of your career, when you need to think about other people in your life, and when you put them first. So whenever you feel like this, it somehow feels like someone goes to your room, tells you, we leave in 5 minutes, get ready. And you don't comb your hair, you don't even tie your shoes, you get on the game field, and it's very hard to run because your shoes are not even tied. So that's how it feels like when you don't put that much importance on taking care of your body. So when you are single, it is the best time to do that. When you are put on this earth, your main primary responsibility is taking care of this thing right here. And how can you give to a relationship? How can you work on all of these projects in your work when you don't take care of your main thing you need to be taken care of, which is your body? And whenever you take that good care of your body, like really just applying the scrubs and feeling your skin and eating well and nourishing yourself, and just when it comes from a place of love, and see how good you feel and how put together you feel. And that is the reason why I had the biggest glow up, because I understood the importance of it. I didn't understand the importance of it before. But when you're single, all you have is you. And then you look at yourself and you're like, okay, so this is just two of us right now. So we need to really be working on ourselves and our physical well-being. Because whenever you have all of these emotions coming into your head, taking care of your body is a way to ground yourself. It's the way to tell that you're safe, to make your body feel safe. It shows also yourself how much you mean to you, you know? And it makes being single exciting, because you are constantly focused on yourself, and it also involves taking care of your physical self. And a lot of people may think it's shallow, but it is the least shallow thing, because for some people it is the starting point of showing their value to themselves, starting point of showing that I can take care of my body. It is my main responsibility before everything else in my life. So in order to have this mind-body connection, in order to be able to fulfill relationships, to fulfill career, you have to show that you can show this dedication to yourself, to take this time for yourself. There's so much beauty in just not rushing. Not rushing when you're getting ready. If someone comes into your life, comes into your room and says, let's get going, like 5 minutes, let's go. It teaches you to look at that person, to look at that situation and say, if you need to go, you can go. I need to comb my hair, I need to tie my shoes, I need to relax my shoulders, and then I can go. This is something that you will see when you're single, that you embrace these moments when you are with yourself on your own, and show yourself you don't have to rush for anyone, for anything. This is the time when actually all the things are coming to you, because you allow them to come. You don't rush, you don't run to the first person you see, you don't rush for someone. You take this time for yourself. It teaches you patience with yourself, with your goals, with your self-care, with taking care of your mind, with your body, which also is very important for your value. So a lot of people think that being single is the time to explore like other men around, or everything around, but it is the time to explore you. It is the time to go in depth of what you want, what your values are. And when you decide not to rush, when you decide not to rush in dating or not to rush to another person, you constantly increase your value. When you're single, every day, when you are with yourself, you understand what you like, you understand what you deserve, you understand what you're interested in. Every day when you're not dating, you put that focus on you. So you're not rushing, you're not waiting for anyone. And day by day, when you learn to say no to people, when you learn to be patient with yourself and know that the right person will come to you, this is when you understand your value. And for example, now I don't even have this feeling that I want to go on dates. I used to think that this is what being single is about, just going out and having fun and exploring everything around you. And sometimes before you can explore the whole space and other planets, you have to understand, have you ever explored the earth that you are in? The oceans, all the amazing aspects of it, which in a human form involves your body, your brain, your interests, your values. Like you're this earth right here. And when you are single, you have the time to just walk to this earth bit by bit, explore all the oceans and dive deep. And when you've explored this earth, you feel the fulfillment, and then you can go to space. And this fulfillment is so incredibly nice because before I felt that if you want to be fulfilled, you need to have someone in your life, you need to have something in your life. But you have to understand that fulfillment comes from the inside, and you can be in a crowded room, you can be in a relationship, you can, be all around the space, but you cannot feel fulfilled because you cannot put your mind to putting your puzzle together, putting all the pieces together to discover who you are. And this is the most important thing because I've never felt so fulfilled in my whole life. I've always been in a relationship. I always told myself that relationship needs to be in life to feel fulfilled. But that was the biggest revolution I've had because I've never felt so fulfilled. And a lot of people may confuse embracing solitude and loneliness. You're on your own, life is boring. But actually, solitude and loneliness are completely different things. Solitude is being so fulfilled in yourself that you don't need any of the acknowledgments from the outside. Any man to tell you that you are beautiful, it's so nice to date you, like you're nice, you're funny. It is the fulfillment within you that you know your value, that you don't need these men around you to tell who you are. And loneliness can look like you are having fun, all of these people are around you telling who you are, but inside you're still lonely. Inside you still feel that you are not fulfilled within yourself. So there's a big difference between the solitude and being lonely. I felt very lonely when I was in a relationship. I felt very lonely when I was dating because I couldn't show up for myself and put my puzzle together. You see, that was the problem. And when I took that risk to go into the solitude, to be in one with myself, to understand I am this valuable, so I can have the time, I can invest my time, I can invest in these years to be single, because it will be worth it in the end. I will know what I deserve, I will know what I like, I will know what my values are gonna be. See, I'm not gonna waste my time on random people around, because time is the biggest investment. If you do not respect your time, no one else will respect your time. If you show up constantly seeing everyone around you, trying to fulfill that feeling, you're not respecting yourself. You're not respecting your true values. You're not respecting your true being. So that's a thing I learned. I learned to respect my time so much that only few people, my closest friends, my family, people I trust have this being in my presence. Imagine yourself as a diamond who is just so precious and protected. It needs to be protected. And it might seem lonely, but in the end, you're gonna learn so much about yourself. You're not gonna waste your time on these kind of things. You see, when I decided to be single, I actually achieved everything I wanted in my life because I had this energy to fulfill my goals. And I understood how much I can do for myself, how much I can work for myself, how much I can take care of myself, how much I do to fulfill what I want. That the person that is gonna come into my life, it has to reach higher than that. It is in my level as well. You know, I booked a solo trip to Thailand this year because I just wanted to. I told myself, okay, so the princess, she wants to go to the temples. She wants to see the temples. So we're gonna show her the temples. And we did it. We did it when we were single. We didn't have to wait on anyone. I just knew it had to happen. It was on my vision board. How can I betray myself? So these are the things that you will learn. And when someone is gonna come there trying to give you their breadcrumbs in the end, you're not gonna accept that. Why should I accept that if I can give all of that to me? Being single is the best time to develop new habits, to develop new patterns. What you do, what do you eat? How do you treat yourself? What your routine looks like? What time do you actually want to wake up? This is a time when you realize that maybe you even don't like to spend your evenings watching a TV show and eating ice cream, you know, and just wasting time like this. This is the time when you understand, wow, I really love evening runs. Wow, I really like to wake up at 6 a.m. Wow, I really like to just slow down in my life. I really like this book. I really like this documentary. I really like this nail color. I really like these clothes. I really like this style. There is really no one that can tell you be this or be that. This is the time when you are you. You are in your room, you're in your kitchen, and you're like, oh, this is me. I actually do this kind of thing. I actually like this kind of thing. This is what I like. Yeah, these are my values. Oh, I actually want to live in a city. I don't want to live there. There's no distractions. And you can make this time with yourself with no distractions, or you can put distractions in order to distract yourself from finding yourself. So I really want you to look deep into this single season, especially if you're a person who's always been in a relationship. And what I've noticed with people around is that they end a relationship and they start a new one. And then they don't really like that person in the end. And then they break up and then they try to find another person and another person. But why? What do you lack? Like, what do you actually lack? You can lack love, you can lack many things, but the true fulfillment is that you understand that you can give it to yourself. When you enter the single season and your only thought is to be liked by people, to date people, you know, you are in a constant energy of lack. And when you are in this type of energy of lack, you attract the people who are also in the energy of lack. So they will try to seek things from you that aren't fulfilled in themselves. And you both may complement each other in some kind of way until you understand that it's not clicking together because you're not giving yourself exactly the things that you actually need, that aligns with your purpose, that aligns with who you actually are. Not with the perception that you are, not with the perceptions the other person wants you to be. They will put their lack into you. They will search for things that they're lacking in you. And it's not gonna be fulfilling for you in the end. So I really, really want you to understand that this time when you're single, it's not a project to find someone, you know, it's not a project to look around, you know. And I've had my best glow up mentally, I've had my best glow up physically, and just understanding my value. The best way, when I'm single, I've been single for almost 2 years now. This is not like, oh yeah, I'm now alone, nobody loves me, nobody wants me. The best thing is that you have yourself. The best thing is that you have everything, all the world open to you. Whatever you want, you do that. There's no one waiting for you. There's no one counting on you. There's no one that you need to pour all your energy into. This is when you attract fulfilled people. And then you understand that this new connection is not made of lack. It's made of sharing the fulfillment that you have. And it's just something extra. You're gonna be very secure in yourself. You're gonna be so secure when you've had this phase in your life that if this person leaves me, I'm good with myself. If something happens, I'm good with myself. This is the security you need. And that is what being single is gonna give you. Okay? And I've always been afraid to be single. I've really been. But this time showed me how much I can do, how much I love myself, how much I value myself. This is the most beautiful decision I've made, the most beautiful sacrifice I made to my highest self, to be single, to just come as I am and work with the blank page and fill with the things I actually want, to color my life with my own pencils, to color my life with my own paints, to create this beautiful life that I imagined without anyone saying, oh, you should paint this thing, you should paint that thing, you know? I'm not saying relationships are bad, but I'm saying that being single is beautiful. And you get in tune with your feminine energy because it is not chasing. The feminine energy is so still and it's not active. It's like a safe presence you create for yourself. Even though you're single, I became so much more feminine when I decided to be single. Because everything in your life, what happens, it will seem like a gift to you. The people you meet, the smiles you see, you know, the flowers you get for yourself, the clean apartment, the clean space, the clean mind. It will start to feel like you're seeing your world through your own eyes.